Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Jay Kawhi, the Detroit camera guy, coming at you with yet another video after we hit 100 subscribers. Really loving all the support that's coming to this channel. I hope you new subscribers are feeling pretty welcome and enjoying the videos put out before. If you're new to the channel, get real acquainted with that subscribe button and get real comfortable with that like button down below. Now, the last video we did talk about exploring a little bit of low light capabilities of the 90D. I think I'm going to push that back just a little bit. I got something special coming up where we can really explore some fascinating low light images. So instead, today we're actually going to talk about the one thing you can do to make your low light images way better. So when I first started my photography career, I used the 18 to 55mm lens back to back to back to back to back to back. It was the only lens that I used. Mainly because it came with the camera. I used my 18 to 55mm lens for every single shoot. I thought I was in love with that lens until it got dark. That drove me to make my first investment in a piece of glass. And let me tell you, this baby right here was a freaking game changer. Canon's good old Nifty 50. Look, I don't care how many L series lenses you got in your camera bag. If you ain't got one of these in here, you ain't packing right. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, like, what's so special about this lens? And why should every photographer have one? Well, if you do any portraiture or creative shots, this is probably the lens you can do it with without breaking the bank. This is probably going to be the cheapest prime lens on the market. And for those of you who don't know what a prime lens is, you see how it says 50mm? That means it doesn't zoom in or out. So you're stuck basically at 50mm. With that, there are pros and cons. The pros being, it makes it more ideal for portrait photography, so you don't have to be super close to your subject, so you get a nice distance between you guys, especially for any introvert photographers. Also, with a 1.8 aperture, you have a creamier depth of field and a wider opening for low light situations. I can really say it's only one con to this lens, which is the fact that it's just 50mm. So working on an APS-C sensor, it's more like an 85. So you will have to take a few steps back if you have a larger group or taking a landscape photo. Other than that, this is truly my workhorse lens. I mean, really, outside of my 18 to 55 and 18 to 135, this is the only other lens I have. Now, this is a later model, so you do have a plastic body with only the mount being metal. This lens is still pretty durable nonetheless. For a lot of beginner photographers, this should probably be your next best investment. For any professionals who are already well equipped, this should be a pretty handy tool to keep around just in case. So the 50mm isn't only just good for portrait and night photography. You can also get away with things like product or food photography. Its small compact design and lightweight also makes it pretty cool for travel photography as well. I mean, who would have a problem with throwing this in a bag? And with its plastic body and metal mount, you won't have to baby this like a $3,000 lens. You know, this can take a pretty good beating. This lens carries a feature that makes it more ideal, just like the more expensive lenses that have the faster apertures that people are looking for that circular bokeh effect because of how many blades this has. So there you have it. That's my take on the Canon 50mm, otherwise known as the Nifty 50, and why that lens should be your next investment. If any information in this video was helpful for you guys, feel free to hit that like button below, and just to stick around, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.